Alright, so today we're going to be breaking down like one of my favorite samples. So yeah, like I say in every single video, if you haven't already, make sure to follow my IG at therealtrifreeze. And yeah, let's hop right into this sample. Alright, so the very first thing we have in here is this guitar. So let me delete this and make something similar. Alright, so let me just start on E, because we are working in E minor, and I'm just going to go up to another E right here. And then let me go up to B. Alright, so now that we have that, let me just like go ahead and cut this off right here. Alright, so right here we're going to come back to B, G, and then to E. And that's just a 1-bar pattern, so just paste that over and extend this so it'll sound smoother. And then we're going to paste this over, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so now let me just go Alt R to randomize it, and then Alt X to bring it down a little bit, and then we're just going to pitch all this down 2 semitones. And just like that, we have the exact same vibe as like what I had before. And that guitar was the 𝕊𝕌𝔹𝕊𝔂 guitar, just like the classic preset. So let me turn off all the effects. Alright, so first off I had an EQ and then an RC20. And this was a Focus Digitally preset for my man ProdbyJack's Analog Colors kit. He was kind enough to send me the full version. The RC20 presets are awesome, and y'all know how I am about RC20. So yeah, this Analog Colors kit will be dropping September 20th. Comes with an analog lab bank, a drum kit, drum loops, RC20 presets, samples. The samples are super nice. And inside this drum kit, you know, they're actually unique sounds. They're not like recycled. So in the description, you can get like a demo version and like sign up to get the full version. But yeah, it's definitely worth it. So if I turn up this RC20 preset, and I just want a little bit of that, 30%. After that, I just added a guitar rig. That was the Older Days preset. I just went to FX types, character, and then Older Days. That just adds like a reverb to it. And then I turned that down to like 30%. And then I added an EQ and then one more delay. So yeah, after that I added this accent sound from 𝕊𝕆. I just had that here and here. And yeah, that was a tonal carved drum tremolo. And then I had this texture from 𝕊𝕆. And that was the Ancient Extinction preset under Texture Soundscape. I just had an EQ on that. And then I had this weird accent sound. That was the Broken Cello Haunted Arco. Just had an EQ and a reverb on that. And then I had like some violins in the background. And that was from Strings of Winter. It was the old Clockwork preset. I went to Mixer down here. I turned off the violin 1 and the viola. And then of course, you know, I had to have a sub bass. Paste that over. I just had an EQ on that. Man, I use this bass way too much, but it's a growling Moog bass. All I did was go to the B tab and then move the cutoff up like a lot. And then finally, I just had this flute. And I just pasted all that over. So this flute did come from the 0G Eastern Flute Bank. I just went into the acidized WAV files, and I think it was in the first one, the D sharp one. I just went to process and dragged out one of them. You know, just dropped it in there, and then I chopped it up to sound like this. And this reverse flute right here, basically what I did was I just soloed this right here, clicking this button down here, drop down over here in disc recording, and then run into WAV file, and that gave me this right here. I just went in here, click reverse, and yeah. So for effects on that, I had an EQ, a reverb, and then a shaper box with like a pan on it. I turned the pan down to like 80%. And then RC20, just the same Focus Digitally preset. Turn the magnitude down to like 36%. So yeah, let's hop right into the drums. Alright, so y'all know I dropped the sample in and I just pitch it down 2 semitones, and then I just had an EQ on that to, you know, make more room for the drums, and then I just had a fruity reverb and a shaper box with like a really fast filter on it. I just turned down the mix to like 50%. After that, I had a clap. You know, just a regular clap pattern. I added this hi-hat. And what I did here was I just pasted this over right here, and then I took out this roll right here, and then just filled it in right there, and then I pasted all of that over, and then right here I did a little switch up. I do that in pretty much every single one of my beats. I just fade it out and then fade it in, and then go to control, pan, and then I pan that over. I just hold the right mouse button and drag. So for effects, I just add an Effectrix. And then a halftime. Default settings, turn the mix down to like 8%, and then I just had a reverb and an EQ. So after that, I had like this weird sound. And that was also from ProdbyJack's kit. It was a riser hat. You know, again, it's gonna be dropping September 20th. And I just had this 808 in here. If I could give you guys one tip, I would say leave a lot of space and keep your rolls toward like the end of bars. So like this is toward the end and then this is toward the end. So like if I had an 808 right here, 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 and then here. Like that's fire and all, but like it's too much. You know, just keep it really like spacey. So after that, I just had a hat in here. I just pasted all that over and then just deleted this. So after that, I just had this Hawk effect. And for effects, I just had an EQ and then a stereo enhancer. And what this does is spread it out without it and then with it. And then just finally, I had this weird like ghost effect. I just like pasted that over right there. To finish the beat, I added like this wolf howl. I just sampled like 313 in this video right here. And yeah, shout out to Heart of the Wilderness, you know what I'm saying? So I just kind of chopped it up, pitched it, and then had an EQ on that, a reverb, a delay, a limiter just to turn up the volume, and then one more EQ. And yeah, that's the whole beat. I will have this FLP in the description for download, so you know y'all can go through and study it and stuff like that. So yeah, till next time.